So our focus today is, this is a pyramid, and it's a different kind of pyramid. I don't know if anyone has seen this before. So at the foundation, we want to look at nutrition and digestion and have that be the main foundation. And that is so important. And then the second is movement and metabolism. And then rest and management in stress, reducing toxins, informed self-care, and then proactive medical care. So we want to limit, the amount of medical care that we need. And the way we limit that is by making this foundation really strong with nutrition and digestion and metabolism. So there's so much we can say about this. And movement is referring to exercise. And exercise goes hand in hand with metabolism. They've done a lot of research that's coming out now about, you probably heard of the BMR, the basal metabolic rate. That's how much fat you're burning when you're resting. And so exercise is tied in with metabolism, and then our nutrition and digestion, it all works together to have this really healthy metabolic system. So yeah, we are going to focus on those two, especially today. So there's a slide here that 6.8% of the US adult population has optimal cardiometabolic health. That is really low, but I think in this group of doTERRA users, I think we can flip that. We're going to flip that. We're going to say that we're going to say, what would that be? That's almost, we'll say about 90% of our group here, we're going to have optimal cardiometabolic health, because as we follow the things that we're learning and that doTERRA has for us and taking good care of our health, we're going to be the opposite of this statistic right here. So good nutrition is the primary factor in good health. And when you look at this picture, I want to know what thoughts come to your mind when you see this picture?
What do you guys think? How much vitamins are in that food? How much of that food we eat or we craving? Sad, somebody said sad diet, very sad diet.
Lots of carbs.
Lots of carbs.
Yeah. My first thought when I saw this is, where are the vitamins? Are there any vitamins in this? Maybe the ketchup has a little. There's going to be a lot of insulin, a lot of spikes going on, carb spikes, sugar spikes going on with this meal right here. Okay, so we have a lot of food in our country, but it doesn't necessarily mean we have a lot of healthy food that has a lot of vitamins in it that we're eating in our normal American diet. So we have a lot of nutrient deficiencies. And I remember, for the past 10, 20 years, doctors are always telling me, you got to make sure if you don't take any other vitamin, you at least take vitamin D. You got to get vitamin D and calcium. And so I would take that, and then, that's great. But what about all the other vitamins? They're all connected and they're all important. But these are, we have such a huge deficiency in some of these, like magnesium. Recently, I have a functional medicine doctor, and he said, you've got to get your magnesium up. It was causing me to have migraines and sleep problems, all sorts of things. But all of these vitamins are, they're all connected in a way where if you have more of one and less of another, there can be create imbalances. So we want to be careful about making sure that we have a good balance in all of our vitamin intake. So why are we not getting the nutrition we need in America and throughout the world? Well, there's so many reasons for that, but one of them is, with the genetically modified products, the apples, the fruit, the vegetables, the wheat, everything that we're getting, it's changed over time. So one thing I've looked at is the wheat. So I like to buy einkorn wheat, and einkorn is one of the ancient wheats, the original wheats from thousands of years ago that they grew in Mesopotamia. And that wheat is actually just naturally really low in gluten, but it's really high in protein. And so over time, but when you try to cook with it, you're not going to get this really light, fluffy bread, right? So over time, we changed our food so that we could have a better look to the product. So we want these big, red, beautiful apples. Well, unfortunately, not only have they been genetically modified, they put food coloring in them, they put wax on them. And, you know, they might look a lot more appeasing than the wild apples, but the wild apples contain, like this slide says, wild apples contain 100 times more phytonutrients than store-bought ones. And so that is having an effect on the nutrition that we're getting into our bodies. That's just one of the things that's affecting it. So your body has an amazing capacity to thrive when you give it what it needs. And I have a garden here, and we have great weather, but our soil, it pretty much is just sand. And so when I try to grow something in this nutrient depleted sand, it will get all sorts of diseases. It will get fungus diseases. It will be attacked by pests. It's just really weak. But if I plant it in a really rich composted soil, right, you know, I created a compost area next to my garden, and then some plants got thrown in there that I thought were dead. But then I turn around the next month and those are just shooting up like 10 feet. And the ones in the garden are just like, you know, 10 inches. So we're like a plant. And if we provide the right environment for ourselves and give ourselves what we need, we can do amazing things. And there'll be a huge difference in our life. So we want to talk solutions. What can we do to combat all the stress in our world and the poor, you know, the lack of nutrients and all the things that are getting in our way? What can we do? So doTERRA has a 2-product system, and it involves nutrition and metabolism. And the amazing thing about it is it just takes a couple minutes in morning and night to have a huge impact on your health, your energy, your mental clarity, your weight management, and much more. So this is, it's just so key, because I was telling Delmar, I know so many people that, including myself, and then I have kids now that are in their 30s that are just experiencing a lot of fatigue, and they'll go to the doctor and they'll, you know, there's terms that get thrown around like chronic fatigue or adrenal fatigue. Now, but a lot of people are just feeling really like they're not getting a good sleep. They're feeling anxious. Delmar, are you hearing me okay?
Yes.
Okay. My computer was doing funny stuff. So they're just, you know, a lot of us are just not really feeling the energy that we need, the mental clarity. And so doTERRA has some solutions for this that are really exciting. This is the Lifelong Vitality Kit. And some of you are probably really familiar with this. Maybe some of this might be new to some of you. So the reason we're talking about some products here is that this is going to build the foundation for what the new stuff that's coming out. The new stuff that's coming out is really powerful if it's combined with with adequate nutrition. We're going to talk about here. When it's all put together, it works synergistically together in such an amazing way. So that's why we're talking about this. The microplex, the alpha CRS, which is about cellular longevity. It's a cellular energy assets. We're going to get into some details on these 3. So absorption is key. Now, this is really important. So when we vitamins and taking vitamins, a lot of people will say, well, you know, it's just all going through, and it's not getting, you know, that's the problem, is you're just spending all this money for a vitamin and it's not getting into your system. but that is not the case with these vitamins. doTERRA has made sure that they are readily absorbed. So there's two things that they do for that. One is that the minerals are chelated, and chelated means that they are bound to allows them to be readily absorbed. And then they have full spectrum vitamin. You're getting a full spectrum to get the right balance and the right. Doctor let me take vitamin D, and I faithfully. Then I find out last year from my functional doctor without vitamin K, because if you're taking vitamin D.
Angie, your internet is going very weird. It's
Is it?
slowing. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's where you're located, but it cut off, and that information is really great, but it's being cut off a little bit. The last.
If I'm cut off at all, then you just start talking, okay? If you hear me.
Yeah, like
Someone,
right now.
right now you can't hear me. Okay.
Yeah. I hear
If you
you
can't,
right
okay, I'll talk, but if you hear me, then you just start taking over, okay? Okay.
So can you repeat the absorption is the kid with chelated?
Chelated is
Chelated.
mineral. So a lot of minerals weren't getting absorbed with many vitamins, but the chelated, they're binding, the mineral is bound, another compound allows it to be absorbed into the body. Okay. And the meaning we're getting the full range of vitamins. So like my doctor, in the past, he said, take vitamin D, and I was taking that, but then I found out oh, if you don't also have high vitamin K with your vitamin D, you're going to have heart. So doTERRA is really good not to balance out all the vitamins, not to just, give you 1, 2, or 3. They give you the full spectrum to keep natural ratio.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's the #1 best product sale in doTERRA, and we produce essential oils. But people have so many great results with this lifelong vitality pack. They got, high energy. They report inflammation goes down. They report they can sleep better. There is people who, their hormones were completely out of balance, and because of these, they got to actually, get that taken care. I have a lady she just did a class for us that she have endometriosis, and she started taking that lifelong vitality pack, and she said, actually, right now she's even pregnant because she couldn't get pregnant for so long because she was, she had endometriosis for so long, and then she was on the lifelong vitality pack for 6 months, plus some essential oils that just for people who are new, essential oils are extract from plant. There are completely 100% plant extracts. They come from different part of the plant, and they're so the distillation process is water and vapor, which is the most absorbed, the most beneficial way for the human body, that 90% of our oils are automatically, topically, and internally being used. Internally, welcome to the whole new era of essential oils, if you're new. So we're not talking too much about oils because we want to introduce the new collagen that the company is bringing in, and what is so special and magnificent. So just keeping that in mind about the lifelong vitality pack. It's going to be super important, like Angie said, for you to start taking this if you ever think to take our collagen, because like she said, this is going to be a huge foundation for what the benefits of the collagen and the MetaPWR to be full benefits to you, that you're not just spending money, but you see great results. Go ahead, Angie.
Did you want to say anything about the global protein matrix?
No, go ahead.
Okay, we'll go forward. So these
no, you can explain the micro. That's very important because people need to understand what is the difference between our supplements among the other supplements. Yeah, a lot, just give us a little bit of
Okay, yes. So yes, this is part of how they make the vitamin more readily absorbed in your system. is the most important thing, because there's no vitamin absorbed, okay? And so this is part of, this is doTERRA's special patented process that they use with the yeast-based protein to help that to be absorbed in your system. And so this is very, very important to understand. And then also there's a lot of clinical research behind this product. And if you want research to you, it's really good to have that clinical research to show that all the benefit from this. So you have the cellular longevity. There's a lot of things going on with the cell. The cells are all parts of your and your skin and everything. And so, and this is really important to understand the huge benefits, and that they are clinically supported. And we could go into a lot of detail, but there's so much we need to talk about tonight. So I'm going to have to move along. But one thing I wanted to point out about this is it's like I said, my doctor will prescribe different things. And so like in my cupboard, I'll have like maybe 30 or 40 bottles of things. I'll have, you know, the different vitamins that I'm taking. I love the liposomal vitamin C. I'll take the D and the K, the D3, K2, and there's a lot of different things, but it's all of this is in here. And there's no reason you have to go through like 30 or 40 bottles of stuff and trying to put it all together when you can just get it all in one. And it's a lot more affordable. And they're really good at getting they're getting the most bioavailable version that you can have. And it's incredible what they have. If you actually look in detail and study each of these things that is in it, you'll be really excited. So just in the EO Omega, there was 25 different ingredients in there that includes marine and plant oils and alpha linoleic acid, which is omega-3 that's found in walnuts. There's lutein. And then there's the name that I'm not very good at saying. I think Delmar's better. Astaxanthin. Okay.
Which is a UV protector, and it's an algae that grows in Israel. And you put it on the sun, and it just really give you it's an anti-inflammatory too. It's very powerful. It's
like I said, each of these you could just go online and research them for weeks. There's so much cool stuff. And then the Microplex, the food nutrient one, that has 22 vitamins and minerals, and that is a great balance of and they're all the ones that you need. And it has also has a whole food blend of 7 different vegetables and plants. And then it has 8 enzymes in there too, which all help it to break down and to get maximum absorption into your body. And then the Alpha CRS is really amazing with the cellular vitality complex. It has about 20 ingredients, which if you look at these, like the coenzyme Q10, that is not a cheap supplement. That's at least $30 just for that. The quercetin is about $30 if you just buy it separately. And then it has turmeric and resveratrol, which is one of my favorite for youthfulness. The boswellia, which is great for something. It helps me with any kind of inflammation in my joints. So, each of those 20 ingredients, if you buy them separately, they're about $30. So that's over $500 just for one of those bottles, but they make it really affordable. So this is a really good deal to get all of the different cutting edge supplements that you need that are going to have the maximum benefit. And also doTERRA is really careful about not just getting the ones that are going to have the best benefit and be most bioavailable, but they're also really good at putting safety first, and they don't take risks of including supplements that have any risk to them, any negative benefit, any side effects that you would need to be worried about. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Yes. So each bottle is around 20, 28. I mean, that actually the whole set is $160 or $75. But when you are doTERRA member, then you got a half price for
Yes.
80. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's very affordable.
Yeah. So the reason it's so important that we tell you about this is going to link up exactly with the new product. So we need to understand the cells, and we need to understand a little bit about metabolism. So I can't give you a biology class right now, but just Metabolism 101 in 2 seconds is just understanding that inside each cell in your body, you have something called the mitochondria, and the mitochondria is a battery for your cell, for each cell, okay? And that battery turns food, when you put food into your body, it turns that into energy. And so it's what, I don't know if any of you guys have electric cars, but the battery is so important, right, to making the car work. You could have this great car with all these features, and it can be so wonderful, but if the battery isn't really getting charged very well or not working very well, the car is pretty useless. And so this metabolism, this mitochondria is so important. And we're going to be learning about something called NAD. And the precursor to NAD, this is a new acronym for you to learn, is called NMN. So it's the opposite of M&M. Okay, M&Ms are not great for your body. They're going to make you fat. They're not going to give you any nutrition. We want the opposite of M&M. We want NMN. And so it's important to know this, because this is what's going to be in the new, this is what will be in the new product. And what NMN does is it powers the battery. It powers the mitochondria, okay? So NAD, you can think of it now, if we go back to the example of an electric car. Do you want to go and sit and charge your electric car like in a regular outlet and wait 10, 12 hours to maybe get, your car about halfway charged? Or do you want to just go to a supercharger and just fill that battery up and get it going really well and just be able to go wherever you want to go? So that's what NAD does. NAD is what powers your battery. And NAD is, if you don't have it, you die. So when we're young, we have lots of NAD in our cells, and they get charged up real good, and we have lots of energy, and all our body systems are working to their optimum, and we're not all achy and having all these different symptoms. We're feeling great. All right. But as you go and you're in like your 30s, 40s, you've already lost about half of your NAD. And when you've lost it all, you die. So if we can, now NAD is not a new thing. They knew about NAD before they even discovered vitamin C. So NAD is something that has been studied for a long time. It has a lot of long-term research behind it. It's not a new fad thing. Okay, it's been around. We've known about it for a long time. But the thing we haven't known is, how do we get that NAD? How do we increase that NAD in our body? Because we know we're losing it, and we know that when we lose it, it has this effect on all of our cells and all of our body system. So the research has been over time, how do we get that to increase in the body? Okay. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. We can go into more detail, and if there's questions, we can talk more about that. But I want you to understand a little bit about this metabolism and the NAD. So alpha CRS is really good for helping with that, and it's going to work in conjunction with the new product. Okay, so just keep that in your mind as we go forward.
And we're talking about the new collagen that doTERRA is bringing, the new MetaPWR collagen, it's called. Yeah.
Okay, so alpha CRS, there's some key ingredients in here that are really important for the new product, which is resveratrol is one of them you can look at. And what's some of the turmeric is good. There's others that aren't listed here that are in there that are really important.
Well, these ones are powerful antioxidant that fight
Very powerful.
the free radical. Free radicals is what cause, you know, every sicknesses in this era time. You know,
Yes.
anything that you feel that should not be part of human beings, you're right, should not, but because so much free radicals, then that's why there is so much sickness right now. So alpha CRS help you with powerful antioxidants to reduce.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's some of these I didn't know a lot about. And so I looked into them, and it's so exciting. Like the bisulin, I had no idea really what that was. And as I studied about that, it's like, wow, I want that. It improves the elasticity of your skin. It helps to restructure your skin. It activates GABA receptors. It reduces anxiety. As you take the time to look into each of these, you'll be very excited and about what they can do and why doTERRA, you know, you'll see why doTERRA has included them. So then we also have the, like we talked about before, the E omega, and that's also available in a vegan option. And that is so great for your heart, your circulatory system, your brain, to get those omega-3 fatty acids is so important for your health. There's so much research on that. So yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of ingredients there, and the German chamomile is really a key for the NAD too. That's one that they pointed out that will really help with that NMN precursor. So
and hold on one second. Many people say, ask us, you know, why doTERRA put essential oils under vitamins? And one Australia PhD doctor explained in one of our classes that the essential oils are actually that, you know, like when you're making a movie, you can have great TV, actors, but if you don't have a great director, there's no movie. So the oils tell the cells, tell the nutrients, tell the vitamins where to go. You go here and repair that. You go there and repair that. So the essential oils are very powerful. And the Australian doctor was saying, that's completely cutting edge. I can't believe it. You guys are doing this in USA. So just for you to know, that's why our supplements are so powerful and special among what is in the market. And they're so affordable.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Delmar, for adding that. So I'm just trying to, so this is the vegan version if you don't want to have the fish oil. And then this is the vitamins that we talked about and how important it is to have that balance and to have all of those vitamins that you need.
In our soil are very depleted. A lot of the vitamins the soil doesn't produce like it used to produce 50 years ago, because many people will refuse to take vitamins. I don't need them because I eat well. And some other vitamins, they're not being produced by your body. So you have to supplement, you know. So many vitamins are not produced by the body. You actually have to supplement those vitamins.
That is true. Thank you. All right, that's the vegan. There's a vegan version of that too. Okay, so this is the new thing that's coming out, and super exciting, super exciting. So I want you. Can you see my arrow moving around, Delmar?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll see you there.
So Delmar and I, when we were looking at this, we originally got really confused. So I just want to point it out to you. So you see this right here. Is this like, are these beadlets, Delmar?
Yeah, those ones are the beadlers.
Okay, there's beadlets here.
Both side.
Okay, and then there's a metabolic blend right here. And these are the same thing, but this is just the oil, and these are put into little beadlets, okay?
Yeah.
And then this is also the same thing, way over here on the right end. It's this oil put into a soft gel for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I say something about that? That's
Go
great
ahead.
that you explained that, because we were confused. So the MetaPWR essential oil is different from the MetaPWR collagen. And the MetaPWR essential oil is just the slim and sassy, but better with an upgrade, which more clinical research that actually help you to reduce, carbohydrates, being digested really fast in your body, to avoid for you to get a spike of blood sugar in your body, and to help you, reducing, like, how do you say, cravings for sugar. And I'm telling you, you will love it. It's so freaking delicious. Like, I used to like the Slim and Sassy, but it was super strong. But because I got to try it, because I humbly speaking, Presidential Diamonds was sent some samples for us to try it, right? Because then, where are you going to get, some reference from? So I have to tell you, I've been drinking that and I can't stop drinking it. And I actually start getting down my water retention. I retain a lot of water because I drive a lot. My water retention has been gone. I feel more energetic, more awake. Oh my goodness. It's going to really, really make a profound difference in whatever metabolic goals that you have, like reduce sizes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I actually have lost 10 pounds since I've been drinking this. So I'm so excited for you guys to have this. And we have the bubble gums, the gums, we have the beadless, we have the oil, and we have actually the MetaPWR oil in capsules, that's what Angie is explaining, is one to over here. Okay. And then you have the MetaPWR capsules. Like Angie said, we don't know much because every information is going to be released at convention. And so we'll come back again and explain you more, but we just want to get you excited and more gave you a very good introduction why we're so excited and what to expect with these products. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Delmar. So, so there's 3 different products here, really. So the beadlets and this oil, and then the soft gels. Yeah. These are like an advanced Slim and Sassy, and the gum are like an advanced Slim and Sassy that really help curb your cravings. And so that you don't, like if you're, so that it really helps to, curb your cravings. So you're not eating as much. And this helps with weight loss. But then this one, the metabolic assist, is the one that's going to help people who are having insulin problems, and their blood sugar is getting spiked. They're having big blood sugar spikes, and so they have energy and then they lose their energy later in the day. This is a great one. Or if you're becoming pre-diabetic, you're not diabetic, but you're kind of going that way. This metabolic assist is to help your body to better regulate those sugar spikes and the insulin that goes along with that. So this is a separate thing than
it's a supplement. It's like dietary supplement, which is not an oil.
Yes. And then in this box are these little packets here. And these packets have powder in them that you mix with water. And these packets, we don't know everything that's in them, but we know that there's collagen, not just one type of collagen, multiple. There's bovine collagen, which comes from cows. And then there's marine collagen, which comes obviously from ocean, marine animals and such. So there's different types of collagen that have different effects. Some have more effect on your joints. Some have more effect on your skin. They each work in different ways. So there's multiple benefits from the collagen that's in here. And it's the collagen that's easily absorbed, the peptide collagen that actually gets absorbed and actually has a benefit.
Hydrolyzed
collagen.
Hydrolyzed with liposomal vitamin C. Listen, in the markets right now, we have collagen with 1 to 2, maybe 3 peptides that work the nails and work the skin. But like Angie saying, now you will work your, your muscular mass, your bone mass, repairing, your joints, can you hear that nobody have made a collagen with 9 peptides, and peptides are like amino acid that build up.
Yeah, it has all the different types of collagen. Yeah. And then it has what I talked to you guys about earlier, the NMN. Yeah. So this is real. Okay. This is a really big deal. And I'm going to show you that this is, okay, the NMN is a precursor to NAD. So meaning it immediately turns into NAD in your body, all right? Because if you try, the problem is you can't just take NAD and eat it and your body can't digest it and get it into the blood. It won't work. So I'm going to tell you a little, that my doctor, his office offers NAD IV therapy. And you can go places and you can pay thousands of dollars right now to get NAD pumped into your veins. So you got to go to the doctor's office every week and sit there for a couple of hours and get an IV and pay $6,000 to $10,000. But doTERRA has provided a way for you to get that benefit every day without sitting in a doctor's office for 2 hours and without paying thousands of dollars. So this is very exciting. So this NMN, by offering it in a powdered form, it's going to keep it from degrading. So it needs to be kept cool, needs to be kept, you don't want to put it out in the hot sun, but by keeping it in a powdered form, it will not degrade. It's kind of like, you know, like vitamin C can degrade really quickly if it's put out in oxygen. So it's kept in this powdered form, and then right before you use it, you mix it in the water and you take it right away. And that way it actually can get into your body. And it's so cool that we can have that every day and have that NAD powering all the batteries, all the cells in our body. And that's what is going to give us this youthful, you know, it's going to take ages off our life. We're going to, I'm not saying that right. It's going to make us feel younger, look and feel younger. And the people that have already started using it are having huge results. And
here's my envelopes that I got from doTERRA, and I'm telling you, the flavor is spectacular. And one of the things that Dr. Sinclair, which is the PhD, you know, the lead in Harvard University, who actually I learned also from him directly because doTERRA hired him to teach us. Let me tell you what he said, exactly what Angie was not in the class. So I'm like, I know she's brilliant because she was not. But I have to tell you one thing is exactly what she said. As we age, when we're 40, that, what's the name? I always forget it.
NAD.
It's go lower, meaning that our vitamins are not being absorbed, or nutrients in your food is not going to be absorbed. That's why you wonder, you know, after 50, why we age so fast. And then, you know, 65, 70, 75, we're like, you know, aching pains, inflammation, And many times before 40, you know, because our nutritions, we're aging, or we cannot, you know, like, we cannot go into the step because we're getting tired. You know, we are tired when we wake up, et cetera, et cetera. So he was explaining how having that, you know, that NMN is so powerful to make sure that we, that metabolism and anti-aging goes together. They cannot be separated. Because every time your sugar goes up and down, every time your sugar goes up, you age. So you know what I mean? So when you bring these two things together, and at convention, they're going to explain us by medical doctors, by our science, by PhD, people, you know, like with expertise, they're going to explain you exactly how to take it step by step. So we will come back again, you know, and then meet for us to be more clear in these products that it will change your life.
Okay, I'm going to hurry really fast because I know we're out of time, but metabolic health is really key. Metabolic health means that you digest and absorb nutrients from food without unhealthy spike in blood sugar, without unhealthy spike in insulin or blood fat. And it's measured in 5 ways: by blood sugar, by your triglycerides, by your HDL cholesterol, by your blood pressure, and your waist circumference. So all of those are going to be improved. Your metabolic health and your biological age are inseparable. You're going to improve your blood sugar levels, your triglyceride levels, your HDL cholesterol levels, your blood pressure, and your waist circumference. All of those will be improved. So this is the one we were talking about that's kind of like, that's an improvement of the Slim and Sassy that inhibits fat cell maturation, curbs cravings, and supports metabolic health. And then the Metabolic Assist decreases your post-meal glucose spikes, supports healthy insulin sensitivity, supports healthy blood sugar response, and stabilizes energy level throughout the day. That's the supplement one. And then the MetaPWR Advantage. This is the one that will promote healthy biological aging, improve your health span, activates longevity genes, improves cognitive function, supports lean muscle and cognitive tissue, and improves skin and elasticity and firmness. So this is very exciting. And like I said before, so this is if you went to my doctor, who's a functional medicine doctor here, and you wanted to get the NAD, this is what their website says. You have to have loading dose of 10 treatments, 4,500. And then after that, if you go in once a month, if you get this just once a month, it's 6,000 a year. And we're going to be getting it every day. So very, very exciting what doTERRA is providing for us.
That's amazing. That's very expensive.
Yeah, I know. So the key takeaways are that please remember from this that nutrition and metabolism are connected, and that nutritional deficiencies and metabolic imbalances are affecting almost everyone in the US. And I wanted to say real quick that the news is now, if you go on any major news station, they're now telling you that the CDC says the lifespan of Americans has gone down more dramatically than ever since 1923. The lifespan of Americans has gone from like 79 years down to 76 years. But with doTERRA and those who are part of this, we're not going to be going down. We're going to be increasing our lifespan. We're going to go the opposite direction. And these are safe. These are not fads. These are not, they are well tested. They're safe, effective, and affordable. And they only take a few minutes. So this is really great what doTERRA is doing for us. All right, Delmar, I think we're out of time, so I'll stop.
Thank you. Do you guys have any questions? Questions or concern? Remember, you need to take your lifelong vitality pack in order to be taking the collagen, especially the collagen. The lifelong vitality pack is a huge complementary for you to activate those amazing cells that will help you not to age and will help you to reduce inflammation. So just remember that, start doing that in a very disciplined way until you get your package. To get the package, to get all these products, you need to have your convention ticket of $39. They will give you a very fast review, but you can buy the convention ticket next week. I'm sorry, the whole kit next week. Now, if you don't have a ticket, a virtual ticket to watch the training, which I highly recommend to watch the training too, then you will buy these products on October 1st. They're not going to be available for you unless you have the convention virtual education ticket where you can watch about these products, the highlights. Now, if you want to see the whole entire convention, the 3 days is $99, but gather with friends and family to watch it. Okay, and maybe you guys can split the cost if you guys come together and watch it, and it will be recorded and you will be available to access the information later on. So keep that in mind. Anybody have any questions or concern? Are you guys excited, living longer and younger?
I spoke to my mom yesterday. She's very excited about hearing about the collagen.
Awesome, awesome. Anybody else?
I see Ray's hand up.
Okay, remove your mute if you're available to do that. If you have a question, you can talk. Just remove your mute, please. Any comments? Have you used that lifelong vitality pack? What has been your result? No questions? We are excited.
Yeah. Delmar,
Mhm.
it's Carmelina.
Hi, Carmelina.
Hi, I just want to say I do use the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I have for years. And I want to share with everyone the times that I've tried to come off of it, just to prove myself that I'm not just a doTERRA addict, that there are other things that are just great, just as doTERRA. I'm convinced that there's nothing like this supplement. My blood work reflects it right away. It is usually well balanced when I'm in the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And whenever I try to come off of it just to prove my own, thesis, theology on it, whatever you want to call it, I can see either I get anemic or the white blood cells counts are not as the same, or the red blood cells or the hemoglobin is down. Like there's always something that comes up that I can prove, you know what, I have to remain on it. So I have it on my monthly wellness box. I have my teenagers on it as well. And we are saving a ton of money because every time we buy a pack, I can get an extra omega or an extra vitamin at a discount, a significant discount for like $20 a bottle instead of the other price. So I can actually give one of my teenagers, the discount is set for that whole month, and I can buy mine at the regular price that is come. So it's a great savings. And I just want to share also about the new products that are coming. I already have my online virtual ticket because I am getting my kid next month. There's no way I'm missing out of it. I think for everyone, mothers, parents, and anyone that is struggling to keep and maintain their energies throughout the day, to keep themselves healthy, to want to feel younger and reflect that youth, even though we're busy with our lives, we need to get on these supplements. If you experience insulin spike and blood sugars imbalances, we should definitely get on the supplements. And if you experience difficulty in maintaining a healthy weight, because with age, our metabolism slows down, and sometimes it's more difficult to maintain the healthy weight that we want to. Having these products to help with the cellular fat metabolism and all that stuff, it will definitely help us. I'm very excited to get into all the collagen, which I've taken for years. Now I can take a better collagen, 9 different type of collagens, and with this NAD supplement in it as well, that is just going to be so beneficial for our health. So I would definitely encourage anyone to start right away on the Lifelong Vitality, and to not wait to get a convention ticket, and to not wait to get that kit, because comes October, when it's open to everyone, you don't want to be, on delay, on stock, or anything like that. So that's what I wanted to share.
No, thank you so much, Carmelina. That's a great contribution. You have seen the great result utilizing the Lifelong Vitality Pack already with blood work, because those ones never lie. And now, we can incorporate that. And one more thing that is very important. If you get your kids, you probably will say, oh, it's $39, Well, you're going to save a lot of money when you buy that kit next week. A lot of money. And they always give you extra. So that discount prices that you're going to get this kit next week is going to be phenomenal. So in October 1st, you might get the great discount, that you will get next week. Plus, you're going to learn from experts, from, high professionals about it. And we just meet next month, just to chat, to talk about it, to share our insights and just gather as a community. So highly recommend to buy your virtual ticket, to start your Lifelong Vitality Pack, just like Angie and Carmelina have sharing this amazing information. And thank you so much, Angie, for your time. We appreciate the information you provide us.
Thank you.